Welcome to another episode of The Real is Under the Rug. Now, I just want to start off and say I'm very thankful for my small fan base, my small following. You have to plant a seed and eventually it grow. But I want to first start off and say thanks to YouTube for giving me a platform. I want to speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody else. And I want to let YouTube know that from here on out, all of my videos will be everyone friendly. I'm doing my homework and I'm doing my research and I'm figuring, things out. So I won't be swearing on no more of my videos. None of that. Cut all of that out. All of that, you know what I'm saying? Just sometimes I just get caught in the moment, caught in, and telling the story or trying to figure out and but I can do that and still have control of myself. So like I said, once again, thank everybody for, being listeners to my channel. So yeah, the world from weather to UFOs to that's another thing I want to talk about. It was I was saying something in one of my last videos about how the NBA players, some was serious. They talking about they got AIs and aliens and robots in the NBA and the NFL and stuff like that. And they already really told us, but it was a video of a Asian or a Chinese woman, and they asked her, did she have a friendship with the NBA player Yao Ming, and she was like, yeah, and she wanted to say that how he was genetically created from the tallest Asian or Chinese beings genes DNA to create him. What I think that idea come from. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Tell your friend. Tell somebody, that we can all chime in together. Because I don't want to be the only one on this topic thinking that I'm just tripping out. You know what I'm saying? So you guys let me know what y'all think. Because like I was saying on the last video, like Space Jam was a real pinpoint where they was trying to let us know, like, this is one of those situations where, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, could be real. And if it is close to being real, then we have to start turning our back and looking at other people and NBA players. Like, okay, if they ain't real, you real or you not real, or if they real, like what's really real? You know what I'm saying? So, or if they real and they just got powers and they tapped in, then that means more of us might want to start trying to tap into our inner being, our inner strength, our inner, light, as they call it. Because if all of these superhero movies, it was that many superheroes and they ain't got no kids and ain't none of them no relation to us, not one, I don't believe that. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. One superhero at least got to be related to somebody around her. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to have a Spider-Man cousin, Superman uncle, Storm auntie, Jean Grey mama, some, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Wolverine nephew, you know? It's like, come on, so I just feel like that. Now, you might feel some other type of way, a Catwoman, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. All these characters, and most of them are people with just like unique abilities. They like people with most of these, so-called heroes that they told us about in these stories or these scripts, in these books or rather, like these mythical beings from other countries and other galaxies, come to find out They from around the corner, or maybe from right here, from where we at. Man, that ain't no secret. You know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned. Feel like I feel. Let me know. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Air Jordan. He's the heir. He's our heir of NBA, our heir of sports. It's like when you think of sports, you think of Michael Jordan. You don't just think of basketball when you think of Michael Jordan. Isn't that funny? You ever thought about that? Michael Jordan is sports. He represents never giving up, never settling for less, never, letting up, always knowing that I will win, I will succeed. Even if I lose, I still won because no one outdid me. Now that's something to think about. How many people can do that? How many people can find that killer instinct inside to just keep going and going and going and going? And it's always someone better. But to be one of the best is not easy. So I'm just saying, like, either they created some of these people or some of these athletes, or some of these athletes are heroes and descendants of heroes and have superpowers. And maybe that's in some of us, and it can help us unleash that. That's why a kid gets so excited when they see Superman and Spider-Man and they want to do that and they can be that. You really can, kids. You really can, anyone. You really can. You really are. On Mortal Kombat, if you ever seen the first Mortal Kombat, what's your animality? Your inner animal. Everyone has an instinct, something inside them, genetically connected to a species. Depending on how you react to the world, the time you were created, your zodiac sign, the things you like to do, whether you're a sun person or an indoors person, it all has to do with genetics. So you do have what it takes. It is inside of you. So the moral of the story is, if it is an alien, an AI, or a creation of something, if that's true, the things that can be made, then the powers have to be true as well. The things that already existed. Hit the like and subscribe. Stay tuned. Check this out. It's just a thought in my mind. Every so many hundreds, decades, years, however you want to look at it, we get a leader. Someone who has the poise, the drive, the passion, the health, the courage, the build, the bold, the uniform, the stance, the blood, the look, the eye, the breath, the teeth, the bones, the hands. They have the perfect structure for what it takes to become what needs to be done. Or should I have said they're created perfectly to get the job done, and they have what it takes. There you go. LeBron James. Now, I was talking about Michael Jordan. Now, we've had a lot of special people in every sports, but I'm specifically speaking on these guys because, the Space Jam thing, and it makes more sense, and you can kind of connect and link the links. But LeBron James, to me, in my eyes, has the perfect structure, the perfect build. He also was given the perfect number, and they didn't stray far away from giving him the perfect numbers, and these numbers always was alignment numbers. King James. And he really, has the representation, excuse me, my mouth got stuck, of a king. LeBron James has the perfect representation of a king. From day one, you just looked like a young king. And he came right out of the box, ready. And to me, his structure and build, the way he looked, the way, how his hair and his beard, how it all came together, that's like a DNA of something that's been here before. Doing his job, knowing nothing but the job, sticking to the script, not being strayed or delayed. We have a lot of them, but these particular ones stand out, like the Kobe's, the LeBron James, and the Jordans. Special people. Now, we have other people in other fields, other sports, boxing. We got Mike Tyson, Ali. Can't forget about Mayweather. Baseball, Griffey. Football, Deion, Barry, Emmett. These people, when you speak their name, like you just have an automatic video cut on in your head. It's like an automatic highlight reel of these people. And they did it flawlessly. They're like gods, real gods when it comes to what they do. So if they wasn't just entertaining, what if they were supposed to be here to train us and to create other gods instead of being separated and put on a pedestal for us to look at? Because back in the olden days, these gods didn't just entertain, they also came back and trained and taught the village the same thing, the same courage and instillment that they had. Can you imagine that? Mike Tyson training an army of people, and our gunsmen training an army of people. Now we know how to handle guns and box because of our two warrior leaders that also entertain in the big leagues but come back and train. Michael Jordan come back and train. Not just, for the money or the selective groups, but for our people, our race. Every athlete trained, and we had a class for every category on earth that we have. Every mathematician and scientist of our race teach us by the masses. Every curriculum that we have, the best teaches the masses, and we all learn from the best, and we pass that on, like pass the baton in that field, in that way. Every athlete, every, leader of our kind and our generation actually taught us like they taught the villages back in the day. If we had that type of connection and that type of, learning, imagine what this world would be. Just think what that would be. We all had every skill we need, every one of us. And we were focused on more, just generating more skills and thriving on that. That's uncanny. Subscribe. The real is under the rug.